lot to take in. It's a lot to take in. Let's see how many we have. This week's video isn't a typical vlog that I would usually post. So if you're looking for some laughs or some fun, literally go watch any other video that's on my YouTube channel that you haven't seen before. Because I know you haven't seen them all. This is addiction. And yeah, it's a lot to take in. When I started YouTube 6 years ago, I made a promise to myself that I would be the realest, most transparent person on the internet. And every video that I've ever put out, I have loved. Because it's been real. Because it showcases me, my friends, my family, who we truly are as people. And the reason I'm making this video is because I felt like I needed to. My great-grandfather was an alcoholic. My grandpa is an alcoholic. And my father is an alcoholic. I don't hate my dad. I love my father. And I love my grandfather. And if I knew my great-grandfather, I'm sure I would love him too. My father is an unbelievably hardworking man who has done so much for me and my family. This video is not about him. This video is about addiction. And I feel as though I have been tasked with living a life of doubt and questioning myself. Questioning whether or not I'm going to go down the same path as the 3 men in my family lineage before me. Alcohol is a really tricky thing because it's a legal substance. And it's so interesting to me because it's the only substance I know that makes you aggressive and vile and hateful and mean and hurtful and dangerous. One of my best friends, Colin Simmons, summed it up best when he said, "You can't hate the person, you can't hate the substance, you have to hate the addiction." And addiction is such a scary thing, especially if you come from a long line of addicts. If you or anyone you know has been affected by substance abuse, I want you to know that I'm here for you. You can message me on Instagram, you can message me on Twitter, add me on Snapchat. I respond to every single DM. If you ever have any issues, or if you ever feel the need to reach out and just need someone to talk to, I'm here. Because a lot of people go through a lot of things that are completely secret and kept out of the public eye. And I think that it's time for us to open up and be more honest with the things that we're going through, to save our mental health and to be there for each other. Because if you find yourself turning to substances to cope with poor relationships, a poor job, a poor life situation, just know that that stuff can literally take over your life. And it can ruin you. I've seen it ruin a lot of people around me. And I want to make a promise to my future self and to all of you that I will never become a slave to a substance. I will not let a worldly substance overtake me, my faith, my family, and the things that I believe in. The reason I think I'm able to talk on this subject is because I have some experience with it. The first 2 weeks I went to college, I was intoxicated for pretty much the entirety of that time. I ended up cheating on my girlfriend of 2.5 years. And I'm not blaming me and that mistake and my wrongdoing on the substance. But I would like to say, if Bailee of that time, if 18-year-old Bailee wasn't drunk that night, he probably wouldn't have made the decision that he made. I think that it is so cool that I can look back on that and see how much I've grown as a person. And although it did ruin relationships that I had with people, to this day, things still aren't the same. And I've had to bust my ass mentally, physically. I have worked so hard to become the person that I am today. To be willing to open up and talk freely about my past and the decisions that I've made. So yeah, this video is quite the bomb. But I think it was time for me to open up. Better to tell everybody everything than to keep things locked away behind closed doors. Because there are a lot more people in this world that care about you than you realize. $125 right here. What's 125 plus 149? 274 cans. 274 cans times roughly $3.50 per can. That's $959. And there are a lot of cans that I missed. $1,000 in less than a year on a substance. It can take over your life. And until you see it in bulk, until you take a step back and realize the impact that it's having, nothing's gonna change. Now, this doesn't mean that you can't have a drink with your friends or family. This doesn't mean that you can't recreationally use a substance. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you just have to be careful. And you have to practice self-discipline. And realize when things might be getting out of hand. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you walk away from this video thinking and continually striving to be better. I really don't know what else to say. I'm going to keep doing me. You're going to keep doing you. And we are going to continue to work at being better people. Better humans. I'll see you in the next one.